Good afternoon. I will be giving my informative speech about the Second Amendment and the history of the Second Amendment. My three audience members are Randy Carlisle, Lori Carlisle, and Maxine McQueen, and they have all been presented with handouts of the articles that I will be referencing in my speech. The history of the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is one of 10 amendments in the Bill of Rights. It was also ratified in 1791 by the U.S. Congress, and History.com states that the Second Amendment is often referred to as the right to bear arms. The full text of the Second Amendment is worded as follows: a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now notice this says militia. During the Revolutionary War era, militia, according to History.com, referred to groups of men who banded together to protect their communities, towns, colonies, and eventually states. The Second Amendment was made so that each state could have their own militias and that the government could not use their armies unless we were facing a foreign country. The Second Amendment was heavily debated ever since it was ratified in 1791, which leads perfectly into my next point, which is why is the Second Amendment so heavily debated. And the reason for this is that recently we've had many mass shootings, recently we've had many school shootings, and some people believe that we should have guns and others believe that we shouldn't have guns. And this basically boils down to some thinking we should have assault rifles and some thinking that we should not have assault rifles. And this argument has been going on for centuries, and it will continue to go on for many, many years beyond now. And my third point is, what does the future look like for the Second Amendment? And I believe that the future looks bright for the Second Amendment because there are plenty of people who support and love the Second Amendment and will fight for it until the end. And one of these good examples is a man by the name of David Thwett, and he is a superintendent at a small school district in Texas. And David was at home one day and he was watching the news, and he saw a news story about a man who invaded a Amish community and took hostages in an Amish schoolhouse and killed 5 children, injured 5 other people, and killed himself right after he did all this. And David realized that this could easily have been his school, so he came up with a plan called the Guardian Plan, and it was where certain staff members that were approved by a council could be armed during the day and protect their students. And he got this approved, and this plan is enacted today at his school. This is one of the many reasons why I believe the Second Amendment will continue to be strong and continue to make waves in our country.